Hold on. Y'all hear Teddy P in the back. Tender as a baby's touch. I needed you oh so much. Y'all hear Teddy? Come on, man. That's what I'm on. Oh, my ladies. And my greatest. My latest, my greatest inspiration. Come on, man. Teddy Pendergrass snapping out here, man. Listen, I'm listening to Teddy P. I'm in a good mood right now. But what I really want to talk about is Scottie Pippen is one of the most underappreciated sidekicks that a transcendent legendary player has ever had, in my opinion. Now, the Chicago Bulls teams have been regarded as some of the greatest teams to ever grace the National Basketball Association. I'm not dismissing that at all. I recognize that. I recognize that people rank them high. They respect them tremendously. But I'm talking about Scottie Pippen as alone as a standalone player. What Scottie was, because Scottie was never a 30-point per game scorer, 28, 27-point per game scorer, I think it gets dismissed how much the Chicago Bulls needed him, how much Michael Jordan needed him for them championships. Now, a lot of people regard Michael Jordan, and rightfully so, as the greatest basketball player to ever grace the court. And I have no argument with that. I have no argument with it. 6 for 6. I mean, coming into the league, averaging 28 a game his rookie year, averaging 37.5 a game 1 year, defensive player of the year, never went to a game 7. You can't argue with that. But what I want to say is I don't like when a lot of the older guys, old heads as I call them, they try to act like Michael was doing it on his own and acting like Michael just made Scottie everything he was. And though I was a young pup during that time, a young baby watching them Bulls teams, I feel like y'all discredit Scottie too much, because I believe there is a such thing as a player instilling confidence in his teammates and making them believe that they're better than what they are, making them believe that they can do things that they normally can't do, and galvanizing them to accomplish something that they're really trying to accomplish, like winning the championship. But let me tell you how great Scottie was. Scottie Pippen in high school had no college offers. Not a Division I, not a Division II, not a Division III. No scholarship offers at all. Though Michael Jordan was cut from his varsity team and he was a sophomore at the time, he still went on to play at University of North Carolina, one of the premier basketball programs in America. Scottie didn't have no scholarship offers, went to Central Arkansas in Conway, Arkansas, and was the equipment manager on the team for his freshman season. For most of his freshman year, wasn't even playing. To go from that to a top 5 pick in a 1987 draft, it's absolutely phenomenal and almost unheard of at that time. University of Central Arkansas is a NAIA school. That is the bottom tier of sports in collegiate, in college, period. In the college ranks, that is the bottom tier. Guys don't get drafted, yet alone go lottery. Lottery, the first 13 picks out of a school like Central Arkansas. And for Scottie to make a career to make something out of nothing and have a hell of a career, a Hall of Fame career like he had is phenomenal. And let's not forget, he's regarded as one of the top 50 greatest players to ever play this game. Something I think that he truly deserves. Although you got guys like Skip Bayless, and I watch Skip, I love Skip, but Skip be hating on Scottie and trying to act like Mike did it on his own the whole time. And we know that Scottie Pippen, Mike wouldn't have won. He would have probably won some championships without Scottie, but he wouldn't have won as many as he did. He wouldn't have went on them back-to-back three-piece like that without Scottie Pippen. Scottie was the best perimeter defender in the league at that time. Can guard every position, can guard the bigs, the small guards, to the wing players. And although LeBron James is a much better basketball player than Scottie was a snippet of what we would see from LeBron James. Although I believe Scottie was a much more, even later in his career, Scottie still dedicated himself to defense, something that my favorite player right now, LeBron James, is not particularly. He plays defense when he wants to at this age. But once LeBron was younger, LeBron was a great defensive basketball player. But Scottie stayed the same throughout almost his whole career towards the tail end of those Portland Trailblazer years. But they went like their first championship against Magic Johnson. They made the adjustment and put Scottie on Magic, and you saw the difference. Scottie can bring the ball up the court. He can handle the ball. He can pass. He can shoot, develop a great three-point shot. I was just looking at some highlights from Scottie. Scottie was knocking down the three, and it became almost consistently. I seen him pull up on fast breaks and knock down threes as a 6'8" basketball player, 6'8" wing. So that tells you how versatile he was as a player. And let me tell you something. When the greatest basketball player in the game, Michael Jordan, decides to retire and leaves the Chicago Bulls, and that team only loses two less games than they did the year when Mike was there. They won 57 games the year Mike was there, won 55 the year after he left. With Scottie Pippen leading them. That tells you that team was damn good, and Scottie Pippen was a damn good leader. Now y'all can call about when he got mad at Tony the last shot was called up for Tony Kukoc. He was mad about that, and he didn't go into the game, but he admitted that he was wrong about that. You can call that out. But for Scottie to accomplish what he accomplished, man, to lead those Bulls teams to the playoffs and have a tremendous record, like the Bulls still was kicking A and taking names at that point. And you got to give it up for this man's career. 6-time NBA champion, of course, we know. 7-time NBA All-Star, NBA All-Star Game MVP. 8-time NBA All-Defensive First Team, 2-time NBA All-Defensive Second Team, 1995 NBA Steals Leader, 3-time All-NBA First Team. Like, come on, man. Won a gold medal with the Dream Team, number 33. Retired by the Chicago Bulls, USA Male Basketball Athlete of the Year. 18,000 points. Come on, man. You like Scottie, man. Scottie is an incredible player, man. Scottie was an incredible, the total package. He was the straw that stirred the drink, and he was the guy that helped the Bulls ascend to keep winning these championships. Mike was the ticket. He was the answer for a lot of things. Mike was the answer for almost everything. But Scottie was a weapon, man. Scottie was a weapon. A lot of teams would have killed to have a player like Scottie Pippen on his team. And I think he gets underappreciated because he played with the greatest player to ever play the game. So, and that happens to a lot of guys when you play with transcendent players. But I will say this about Scottie. For Scottie to see the bigger picture, to recognize that winning championships is bigger than him having his own team, bigger than him being the man, bigger than him being seen as equal to Michael Jordan, for him to stay in that role, even though he was overshadowed a lot and underappreciated a lot, for him to stay in that role and say, I'm going to stay in this role so we can win championships and we can go down in history as a team to win 72 basketball games and only lose 10 and win the championship. Now, Golden State defeated that 72-10 record, 73 wins and 9 losses, but they didn't win the championship. The Chicago Bulls went on to win the championship that year, and that made all the difference and that makes that record solidified. They did it in the regular season and the postseason. Got dudes out of here, man. Like, I love Scottie, man. Just how humble he was in the times where, you know, people put Mike on that pedestal and he say, it's all right. He know his guy. He know he wouldn't have won without Mike. He know Mike was that guy, and he understands that Mike was that guy. I say Scottie was a guy that stirred the drink because he did a lot of things, a lot of rough and rugged things, diving on the floor for loose balls, a lot of things a lot of star players don't want to do. He did it. And Mike did it too. But I'm saying Scottie was a different type of defender, man. Different type of defender. And I just think it just goes, I think what he did just doesn't get talked about or praised as much, and what type of career he had. Like I said, to go from Central Arkansas to top 5 pick in the league, that show you he was doing something right. He had it in him the whole time. Now, you could say we saw tremendous players in college that were nothing, that went on to the league and became nothing, even though they were great in college. But Scottie had it in him. And I just think to go from NAIA to top 5, I've seen guys go from small schools, get drafted in the late second round. Top 5, though, that's legit. Not at a power program. At a little bitty NAIA school. To get it done like that, that's tremendous, man. Yeah, like, It's not too much I can't say about Scottie, man. Just the ultimate sacrifice. You've seen a lot of players like, and I'm not faulting him for that, Kyrie Irving, that wanted to have his own team and be looked at as great in his own right, because the media always, every time they win, they praise LeBron. Every time they lose, they criticize everybody else. And I'm a LeBron fan, and I'm saying this. And I'm sure that's what happened with Michael Jordan as well. When everybody won, Mike was praised. When they lost, everybody else was blamed. But Scottie still remained and stayed. I'm not faulting Kyrie Irving for wanting to take control of his own destiny. You do what you want to do, young man. You want to make a name for your own self. You want to be seen as a great player that can lead a team to the promised land on your own. Go ahead and do that by all means. But Scottie knew he needed Mike, and Mike knew he needed Scottie. So that's what made them just that much dynamic and made them have these great runs. Hell, if Michael Jordan didn't retire, you could argue the Chicago Bulls probably would have won 8 straight championships, and you would have seen almost a whole decade of dominance in the league. Maybe we could have seen another Golden State type of situation where the same team just keep winning championships back to back to back. Who knows? Like 8 in a row, though, that would have been crazy, man. Like I wish I was too small. I wish I was like this age now, would have seen how the streets in the shot was feeling at the time when Mike and them was Mike and Scottie and Rodman and Ron Harper and Tony Kukoc and Steve Kerr and John Paxson and all them guys was getting it done. Like, I wish I could have saw that, man. The day I see a Chicago Bulls championship, I promise you right now, I'm running up and down the block with my shirt off probably. I don't know. I might just go crazy. Ain't no telling what I'm gonna do. When the Sox won, I was super excited. Now, I was in elementary school at this time, 05. I was excited then, but ain't no, like, if the Bears or the Bulls win, I'm losing my mind out here. I'm just telling y'all right now. Y'all gonna see a boy outside on TV. Nah, I'm joking. I ain't gonna be out here going too crazy, but I'm gonna be super excited, man. Yeah, man, I just had to talk about Scottie. I'm gonna see what else Scottie had on here, man. Oh, the year Michael Jordan retired, let's talk about this. Scottie led the team in almost every statistical category. Who does that sound like, y'all? That sounds like something that LeBron James did in the NBA Finals. Led both teams. No, LeBron did it between the team he was playing and his own team. Led the team, both teams in every statistical category. Points, rebounds, assists, blocks, steals, like rebounds. That is incredible, man. And Scottie was on that wave too, man. So yes, the Scottie Pippen deserves to be top 50 greatest player of all time. Absolutely. I believe if Scottie really wanted to set his mind on scoring 28 a game, he probably could have when Mike was retired. But he was like, look, I'm a team player. I'm going to get my other guys involved. I'm going to just do what I got to do. And I'm going to have big games when I need to have big games to get us out of here. And he did that, man. He showed that he could hold down fort when the greatest player in the game walked away. And I say it again, when the greatest player in the game walks away from your team, and you still have 55 wins, only 2 less wins than you had the year before, that shows that you're an incredible basketball player and you have an incredible team. When LeBron James left the Cleveland Cavaliers, it was night for them. It was a wrap. We're going to see how they do this time around, but I know when he left that first time, it was a done deal. When he left the Miami Heat, it was a done deal after that too. So we're going to see, man. But shout out to Scottie Pippen, man. I'm out.